Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. 'Tis the season, great gift certificates for the holidays. And when you come home, make sure you stop off and see the Papa family at one of their many locations. And what can I tell you? It's the best food, and it truly is next best thing to a home-cooked meal. Okay, Sergey Kovalev, 30-1, the Russian crusher. Andre Ward, maybe the most complete boxer out there. He's 30-0. And they're going to fight under Desert Moon, Mobile T Arena, this coming Saturday, HBO pay-per-view. Some say this is going to even be a better fight. It just hasn't had the same hype as Mayweather-Pacquiao.
Well, almost any fight would be better than Mayweather-Pacquiao. That was a snoozer. This has the makings of a very good fight, but it could be a snoozer because Ward is a very defensive fighter, one of the better ones in the game today. So depending on how he attempts to fight the fight, whether he's going to go to Kovalev, stay mid-range, or stay long-range, we might see a snoozer. I anticipate it'll be a good fight.
Are they evenly matched? Is that a fair statement?
In some respects.
But?
Well, first of all, Kovalev has had 114 rounds of professional fighting, whereas Ward is about 218 rounds. So he's had almost twice as many professional rounds as the other guy. He's fought a little bit better opposition, that is Ward has, than Kovalev. Kovalev's a big puncher. He's got an 84% knockout ratio, whereas Ward has a 50% knockout ratio. They're both 6 feet tall, but Ward has a smaller frame than Kovalev. Kovalev's a bigger guy. And don't forget, he's a natural light heavyweight, which means that he's walking around probably 15, 18 pounds heavier than what he'll weigh in the night before the fight.
All right, the fight professor, Bernie Vukovic, we're at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop in Beaver, actually Vanport, but all you got to do is follow your nose. Great smells. I love what they do at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. Okay, Kovalev, strengths, power, punch, output, very aggressive. His weaknesses, hand speed, and he can actually be hurt by a lesser opponent. I find that hard to believe.
No, he's been hurt.
Okay.
He's been stung a few times. He's basically a two-punch guy. He'll throw a strong left jab. Sometimes he throws it to the body, sometimes to the head, and followed by a quick, short right hand. That's his style. He does not fight as well inside as what Ward does. Ward's a much better inside fighter. So it's going to be a matter of who makes the choice to fight at what distance. If Ward decides to fight inside, he's going to have the edge. If he fights long range, he's going to be on the end of those punches. A bad place for him to be. Ward is probably much better, so I say, a superior jabber than Kovalev. Ward can throw the jab, and then he can throw a slow jab, a fast jab, an upward jab, a power jab. He uses his jab in many, many different ways, and he'll give a lot of different angles. And he will, on occasion, turn southpaw, which is confusing to any fighter.
His strengths, obviously, hand speed, technique, weaknesses, lack of a knockout punch, only has 15 of them. He is 32, and when you think about 30 fights at this point, they really have brought him along slowly. You think too slowly? Has he been inactive to the point it could hurt him?
I don't think it's ever a good thing to be inactive in that sport.
Okay.
You've got to stay active. He's only had, I think, in the last 7 years, 5 fights, something like that, whereas the other guys had probably 7 fights in the last three and a half years. So he's been more active. It's not a plus, it's definitely a negative. On the other hand, I think Ward is probably the slickest defensive fighter and one of the more brainy fighters in the game today.
Who wins this fight, Bernie Vukovic?
My head says that Kovalev has the big edge because he's such a big puncher. And if he hits Ward, Ward's chin hasn't been tested by anybody the likes of Kovalev. But my heart says Ward's going to win because he's a smarter, slicker, more creative fighter.
Can he knock him out, Kovalev?
Can
Ward knock out Kovalev?
I think any heavyweight can knock another light heavyweight can knock a light heavyweight out.
Okay.
But I don't think he's got the historic track record of knockout punching that Kovalev does.
Last thing, Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez, where are they in the mix here?
That I think will be a great fight. That fight won't occur until, my guess, the middle to the latter part of 2017, because I think what Alvarez is doing is growing into that middleweight division. Don't forget, he started off as a junior lightweight, then he went to lightweight, then welterweight, then he's fought as a junior middleweight, so he's moving up in class. It's hard for a young guy to do that overnight and really be as in shape and condition as he needs to be to fight a guy like Golovkin. So I think it takes place 10 months from now.
Their chili, by the way, a real knockout here at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. I love this man. I love his family. And I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. And, of course, Naomi and Jim Equals. I couldn't do it without them. Have a great rest of your night from the Brighton Hot Dog Shop in Vanport from your Pratte Pack. Good night.